And just like that, it's time for another episode of Your Freakin Awesome Replays. It is the Fighting Retreat Challenge. And of course, we are going to see these players go ham. Down here in the bottom left, it is Snowman Go. We had Snow in the previous game. Now we have Snowman Go, who's sending a drone out to the corner of the map very early. Sneaky. Up here in the top right, in the blue, it is not a mojito, it's a malhito. Does that mean something in another language? Malhito. So for those who don't know, the challenge for next week is up. Exclamation mark Icyfar in the chat. Your Freakin Awesome Replays. For next week is a very easy, fun challenge. It's mono battles, but with 2 units. It takes 2 to tango. And other than your workers, just use 2 different types of units to take down your opponent. So choose a fun combo, show us some cool stuff, and yeah, looking forward to see what everyone has in mind. Is this guy hacking? What the fuck is this? Why are you going to that corner? He's going to proxy up here, right next to the proxy hatch in the corner. Oh my god, what is this? What is, are we gonna... Is this a gas first? Double... Wait. This was 2 gas before barracks. Terran, you're drunk. Go home. There's no need to ever have that much gas. Isn't even putting on the gas geysers that were started. Oh, no. Even with a gas first, you're meant to go gas, barracks, and then if you want to go one base, a second gas, but it's only now putting a worker on each gas. Oh. This is about as inefficient of a build as you could possibly get. Truly appallingly. To be fair, the zerg is building a hatch in the corner and then going double gas themselves. So in terms of drunk opening build orders, I think we've got the matchup of them. Neither of them making any attempt to scout the other's base. Because why would you possibly do that? That might just confuse you. You might get information that your opponent's build is crunk and then start trying to react to it. It's a Ghost Academy. That's too early for a Ghost Academy. Ghosts are actually very mineral expensive. This player is going to really struggle to afford any ghosts off of that Ghost Academy. Snowman Go is starting to just drone that base up. It's like, yeah, that's just how I play. Just drone the corner, don't build queens. I think we may have... And the thing is, they're actually spending their money well enough. It can't be silver, can it? It looks like Silver League strategies with, like, low plat execution. Right? Maybe not low. Maybe less than... Maybe Gold League execution. Either the APM is pretty low. That's kind of that silver gold APM level. So maybe this is... We're going to make a lair hidden in the corner. A spy in the main. Still doesn't make any queens. What are we doing? And we're going to go take the other corner as well. Oh my god. So this Zerg is just going to try and hide bases and be a real fudger. There's a factory up there. You need a factory before you can make a nuke, by the way. We still haven't made a tech lab on a barracks. You need a tech lab to make ghosts. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but you need the tech lab to make ghosts. This is like one of those things where I think Malhito, this may actually be, and he's now making 2 starports, queued both off the same SCV. Okay, there are certain things that are war crimes in StarCraft, and this is one of them. If you queue a guy to build one structure and then tie up the resources of the other structure to only build after that one finishes building, that is truly terrible. The Marines run up here to the corner of the map to attack this base. Oh my god. The drones are going to win this fight, though. A couple drones fall, but they end up winning the fight. And I think this Terran may actually be one of those departments in a giant corporation that everyone's forgotten about. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, Malhito is deep in, like, the Walmart synergistic diversification marketing department or something, you know? Like, there's 6 people that work there. Nobody knows they exist. They get paid. They occasionally show up to a meeting with, like, a regional marketing executive who's like, hey, yeah, you guys doing good? And they literally just say some bland buzzwords. No one knows what their point is or their purpose. And they just exist and get paid. And they're living the American dream. Have you guys seen that forum thread from way back where it's a guy talking about how he's in a department that got made redundant, but somehow they accidentally kept him on while firing everyone else? And he basically just kept getting paid for like 2 years, and he was just blogging the whole thing. And he's got these, like, some of the most intense blog posts you've ever read, where he's describing where he, like, runs into someone in the corridor and they, like, tell him to come to a meeting. So he has to go to a meeting for the first time in yonks. And has to try and, like, say some stuff to justify what he's doing. They're like, oh, yeah, so Jim, what have you been working on lately? And he's just like... He's literally been there for 9 months with zero work to do. And he just wanders around the office and, like, plays games on his computer all day. And he just makes some shit up and they're like, good job, keep it up. And he does this for like a year and a half or something before he finally I think he leaves the job just because he's too stressed out by... It's not imposter syndrome. He literally is getting paid for nothing. And that is this Terran build right now. Where it's like, I'm going 2 ghost academies and I'm not making a ghost till 6 minutes later. Also, here's 2 Vikings. Like, what are you doing? At this point, somehow he's getting budget still. This is not just people getting paid. They're getting budget. And this is some true, like, government spending shit, you know? It's that kid who dropped out of your high school who's, like, really fucking stupid. And yet you find out he's running the local government and like allocating millions of dollars. He's like, we're gonna make a water slide in the government office. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this honestly is the most crunk fucking crazy build ever. He's rebuilt a ghost academy in the back of his base to make another nuke. So he's still going for the nuke drop, even after all of these diversions. It was 1 base proxy ghost academy into the first ghost wasn't out until 6 minutes. The Zerg, on the other hand, maybe even more drunk, is sitting here on 29 drones and is just building spines and spores and droning corner bases while trying to make Hydra baneling and Nidus worming to connect the bases. What the fuck are we even looking at? This is some mad shit. Who's doing a fighting retreat? I don't know. They're both just drunk. It's great. These Vikings are actually going to clean up some overlords. Another Nidus worm has popped up over there. Are these guys going to be able to reinforce? So we got Nidus there. Nidus here. We get another one down there at some point. What are these guys? He's going to build spores. Because more Vikings will come this way at some point. Yeah, got to build spores there. Holy shit. What are we even looking at? This is insane. Okay, we're going to see a ghost drop. I like that. The ghost does have cloak. Now, do we know how to use cloak? That's a cool... Oh, he knows how to use cloak. Okay, Malhito's going to come... Are we going to do it? Oh, my God. Quickly, Snowman goes camera. We just got a nuclear launch detected. Camera frantically looking around. No. It's just droning. It's just droning. There's a big red dot. There's a big red dot. Do we notice? Do we notice? Do we notice? Do we notice? Get in the Nidus. Get in the Nidus. Tries to get the Nidus worm. Oh, my God. Actually saves quite a few of the workers there. Surprisingly, they get out into the Nidus and then unless... The thing is, the next nuke will kill the Nidus, so you don't want to use that same maneuver again. That could go really badly for you. But a very cool maneuver. 200 IQ, dodging the nuke with drones into the Nidus. Meanwhile, the Terran is massing missile turrets. Still doesn't know what an orbital command center is. Oh my lord. Let's check. Oh my god, the Terran actually uses 5 control groups. What the hell? Let's check the Zerg. The Zerg just has the hatcheries and the Nidus. Even that's more than I expected. Honestly, looking at how these players play, that's incredible. So, Terran has got an expansion with a planetary. The Zerg has 3 bases versus 2, but they're not really mining very much. That one's mining pretty well, but the main is just empty. And this base only has a handful. We're making burrow and an infestation pit. And the Terran's just making Vikings while sieging up tanks in the main and building 5 Widow Mines at a time out of the starport. It's just Vikings. Okay. So my brain just folded in half. It's been struggling this whole time. Another nuke comes in. Is gonna... Oh, Nidus Worm's gonna go down. Wait, what are we doing? Are these drones going to try and kill the... Oh, he's going to try and kill the Ghost. Citizen's arrest. Ghost does beat 3 drones pretty handily, though. Nuke takes out the Worm and the Static D. You know you could kill those drones, mate. But the Ghost, it's like, oh no, I can call down nuclear strikes. You know, I could operate the drone strike. Shooting an unarmed drone, though, not really my jam. That nukes, they've actually done some good damage there. Now, here we have, of course, the single lurker spinecrawler spore baneling contain against the Widowmine planetary Viking defense. There's a hive. What are we making that for? I'm surprised you even know what a hive is. I think we're honestly seeing the attempt of 2 players to play box art here. I mean, it clearly is, I think, the Fighting Retreat style from Snowman Go, right? Because we're setting up this sort of contained CG type setup and these areas where we could always fall back from one base to another base because they're in opposite positions. We've got burrowed banelings there. I'd love to see them a bit further up front. So Snowman Go is actually getting some very creative, cool setup. Malhito, on the other hand, is just massing starports for Vikings because why not? Oh, Fusion Core is going to go down. Check it, check it. The Fusion Core is queued up to build. But first, we've got to go more barracks to make mass unupgraded Marines. I don't know, man. Uh-oh. The ghost walks past, is like, what the shit? The banelings are chasing the ghost. Oh my god. Sickest action scene ever. The ghost runs off to the side. The slow baneling's like, where'd you go? I love you so. Seems like forever since we blew up on your face. The ghost's like, I'd rather you not blow up on my face. They're like, come on, baby, why not? Why not? The ghost's like, because it's literally acid and it will kill me. They're like, come on. All we want to do is spurt a bit of acid on you. It's totally normal and fine. The ghost is like, no, I'm gonna continue using my cloaking field and nuking the shit out of you, you fucker. Snowman goes like, okay, I guess I'll slowly build more spines and spores here while chilling. Behind this, the Nidus Worm is going to be rebuilt, a Spire being added. Nidus now starting in the bottom right-hand side of the map. A couple of Infestors there, because why the fuck not? Slow Zerglings as well, of course. These Banelings looking... Wait, did he watch? Did he see it? No. We're on Terran camera. I don't think the Terran noticed. I don't think he saw those Banelings burrow. Thing is, the Terran doesn't really have any units that are ever going to run over that. It's going to nuke down this Nidus Worm. It's got Banelings inside, but actually they'll stay in the network. There's more exits. Uh-oh, Snowman Go is going to lose a bunch of static here. At least those 2 spine spores and that Nidus Worm will go down. Oh, actually, those 2 survived from so close. Wow. Overlord takes some damage as well. The Ghost still chilling, up to 17 kills, a new Nidus Worm to replace it. 2 battle cruisers are on the way. This is a problem because the Zerg is clearly drunk right now. And there is a thing, guys, where sometimes when you're a little intoxicated, 2-3 beers deep, you can play the best StarCraft you ever played, right? Because you have no fear, you're not afraid of anything. I think that's got to be the timestamp, right? I mean, the thumbnail, right? There's got to be a picture of landed Vikings engaging lurkers and burrowed banelings unburrowing on them. That's got to be the thumbnail. 12 minutes, note to self. Let me know in chat. Remind me of that, guys. I'll write that down for YouTube. What are we doing? So the Zerg is supply block to Kingdom Come and does not have that much money. And battle cruisers are an expensive unit. They're hard to deal with. They won't have any upgrades. But the Zerg's going to need to build, like, I don't know, 12, 13 Corruptors to fight that. I guess there's spores everywhere, actually. The spores are a good beginnings to the defense. Terran's going to try to take a third out on the left. Bit of a sneaky third as both of these players kind of stare at each other. Snowman goes like, oi, let's take a little look around. Take a little look around here. Every time I see changelings just wandering around the base, I can't help but think of that IT crowd video where they try to... There's the website that tries to teach them how to fit in with football fans. And it just gives them like a canned line to say about the previous night's match, just so they can pretend they fit in. It's like these guys, hey guys, yeah, how about them fucking Zerg? Yeah, like I fucking hate them. Yeah, I mean, and they're just their heads twisting around like the cockroach dude in Men in Black. You guys remember? It's like, hey, Darlene, give me some sugar. Give me some sugar water. And she's like, what the fuck you want sugar water for, Daryl? And he's like, Darlene, just... That's essentially what these changelings are. Thankfully, I would imagine there's so many like birth defects and just general incestuous weird humans being born out in the Capulu sector. They're like, they're probably just the guys that got recruited from the Alabama of the Capulu sector. They're like, oh yeah, that's Tarsonis 9, you know. You know, they've all been banging their sisters and shit for far too many generations. They come out like that, you know? It's like, that's the reason changelings are able to infiltrate. It's purely due to the fact that it's just not that out of the ordinary to have people acting a little bit suspicious. They're like, It's like, oh, is that guy licking some mold off the supply depot? And he's like, no, I wanted to see how it tastes, guys. And you're like, okay, this is a little odd. Ooh, there's infestors here. They don't have neural though. 2 battle cruisers gonna come. What are they Yamatoing? The spawning pool. Okay. That's a way to assert dominance, if I've ever seen one. Take out the spawning pool. Haha. The production tab, by the way, 2 muters, 2 broodlords, and neural parasite. Is that actually the production tab I'm looking at right now? Fungal comes down, it's like, haha, 30 damage. Meanwhile, broodlords are starting to siege the Terran. The Widow Mines and tanks are going to start slowly killing their own depots there as the broodlords tickle away. These beasties having a little bit of a party. I think you're going to need some anti... Look at this unit tab. Are we playing box art? What even is this? What am I looking at right now? Burrowed Baneling, Infestor, Viper, Broodlord, Swarmhost, Lurker, Spine, Spore, Contain of all death. Unfortunately, Malhito refuses to engage into this staggered defense. Says, I'm just going to teleport past. F you and your fighting retreat. I'm going to teleport behind and take out your bases, dickhead. But, oh, a nuke from the back door as well. Snowman Go. Let's go to Snowman Go's camera. Is trying to use blinding clouds. And 2 mutas engaging. What are we looking at right now? The nuke doesn't know about the nuke. Oh, no. All those drones going down. And Neural goes down on one of the battle cruisers. That's actually awesome. That BC is killing its own Vikings there. Snowman Go using just about every single unit in the game. I'm talking about an 80 APM player here. He's been at 45 APM, but is managing to use all these different spells. The spores actually take out that battle cruiser. Another battle cruiser comes forward. It decides to just Yamato a random spine crawler, because why the heck not? Swarmo slowly sieging the space. More battle cruisers coming in from behind though. 1 corruptor is being built. 1. What an absolute shit show. You're gonna build 1 corruptor to fight the battle cruisers. Still got base mining there, The income's looking quite good. Remember, Malhito does have a base there, but isn't really mining too well off it. The battle cruisers still represent a problem. Is that a microbial shroud? Did we just see microbial shroud get used on a fucking spore crawler? We actually just saw microbial shroud used on spore crawlers. That's like the 2nd time I've ever seen that spell get used. That was sick. For those who don't know, it does 50% damage reduction from enemy air units on your ground units. It's a very special spell. Malhito's like, screw this. We can't get out of that contain. Let's just send these Vikings across the map. Trying to retake the main base is Snowman Go. I don't know if Vikings are going to break out of here. I love that there's just 1 corruptor. There's still a pack of burrowed banelings there, because why the fudge not? The Swarmos slowly breaking their way out. That siege tank barely survives. Battlecruiser hanging on there. Vikings coming across the map. Malhito still doesn't know about... Okay, knows about that base. Doesn't know about the other corner. You know, going after the Overlords is not a bad thing to do here. Remember, the Vipers can abduct the battlecruisers, but Yamato comes in. Goodbye, Viper. Oh, this is actually so much fun. How often do you get to see all these units? Outside of really high league games. This is really cool. Okay, this Viper's thinking about... Are we going to abduct a tank onto... I can't even speak. I can't even speak. Yes, that was abducting a siege tank onto your burrowed banelings. I'm done. This game doesn't need any commentary. This game does all the heavy lifting. I don't even need to talk about this. This is just... It speaks for itself. Heck yeah. The Terran is up in supply. The Zerg still has this brutal contain here. Burrowed Banelings, Infestors, random Broodlord, Pack of Swarmos. That single Lurker is still there. It's been here all game, by the way. I believe the turret can even see some of these units across the gap. We've got Swarmos sieging, and these Vikings are still just effing chilling. If only they got a move on and actually went and did some damage. I think this hidden base up here is doing a great job for Malhito, giving some more mining, but Malhito's not mining off the gases fully yet. Finally puts workers on one. This tank sieging just a little bit close, don't you think, mate? Did he just do Microbial Shroud on the enemy unit? What? Cast the wrong spell! Oh my god, he's gonna steal the tank with Neural. I think you gotta steal the battle cruiser, mate. Oh my god, the battle cruisers are getting teleported into... Oh, there's actually only 3 spores there. Is that enough? The landed Vikings are doing a good job. The Lurker massacring the landed Vikings. The rest of the Vikings get pulled back. I think this might be it. Malhito's unit's getting taken out. The spores. Oh my god, Yamato's the spine crawler again. The Vikings are just getting killed by spores. They're taking down some of the overlords, but I don't think that's enough. Malhito here with an absolute shit show of an engage. Oh... You've got to go anywhere else on the map than trying to fight through this. Burrow Banelings on Burrow and go! 10 Banelings damage a siege tank. A lovely move there from Snowman Go, who also burrows a swarm host on the siege tank. The Vikings are going to land, but you got to watch out for this Lurker. Wait. Is that Lurker not able to hit that siege tank? The Lurker's attacking right now, but for some reason its attack is bugging out. And it's actually not hitting these units. You can see the spikes are coming out. They're meant to go across the gap, aren't they? The Lurker's bugging out. It's actually not attacking those units. You can see the spikes are trying to poke its way. It's meant to go across the gap. That's so bizarre. I've never seen that happen before. That Lurker bugging out super hard. Yes, I know it physically makes no sense, but it is meant to attack across gaps. Just like any other unit, I believe. That Swarmos is an absolute chad. We got more spores, more spines, 3 Mutalisks, 3 Corruptors, 3 Infestors, and 3 Vipers. Remember the 3 rule, guys. It's the 3 Second, 3 Infestor, 3 Hydra, 3 Corruptor, 3 Muta rule. Best composition. If your opponent's building Battlecruiser, Viking, Tank, Widowmine, clearly 3 of each of those units count as it. The 2 Hydra single Infestor hit squad do end up going down to the mass-landed Viking. Oh my. This is actually just an amazing game. The Vikings once again decide to fly directly over the Spore Crawlers. Still not going for the economy, just gonna fly across the map and chill. The Infestors are like, oi, get back here. Oi. Oi. Corruptors and Mutas coming over. More Vikings rallying across this map. The tank is once again gonna go far too far forward. The Planetary has never been in threat this entire time. If Malhito just defended from behind the Planetary, I think would be fine. Losing these barracks is not even a big deal right now. Snowman Go, I think, still has not spotted the command center. And, oh. The Vikings going across, they're like, hey, why aren't you expanding? Definitely couldn't have expanded anywhere else on this map. That Nidus Worm will go down. Some of those Vikings accidentally landing on the low ground are derping around. They're like, Sarge, why'd we land down here? Broodlings are going to be popping out here. Oh my god, Broodlings are actually killing 1 Viking, 2 Vikings, Infestor, slow Zergling, not going to have a good time. Kills your slug. Oh my god. Did we just throw Blinding Cloud down and then fly Corruptor, Infestor, Viper onto the Planetary? Oh my god, Snowman. Oh my god. Is making 3 more Broodlords right now at the front. Is going to lose this base. You know, Malhito, I'm talking about it. That base might actually be the saving grace. That hatchery's going to go down here. Snowman's going to take this expansion. Has actually got an expansion here that's starting to mine. Tons of drones just idling as these bases mine out of resources. Still, these units just going past. Oh, it's been spotted finally. The Vikings are getting absolutely butchered by Broodling Spinecrawler. Oh my god. Only 2 Vikings left there. So many have gone down. Locusts coming in, but they're constantly being microed back and forth. Vikings... Uh-oh, these Vipers and Broodlords are exposed. There's not a lot of anti-air here. They're sitting way out front of the spores. The Vikings land to engage Broodlings. Why would you land to fight Broodling Locust? Oh my god, Malhito. No. Okay, Malhito does lift off. It's going to come forward. Ooh, takes out 1 Viper. Takes out a Broodlord as well, but those spores do manage to protect for now. Oh my god, this game is an absolute shit show. This is, yeah. Whew. Somewhere out there in space, there are aliens observing us and studying us, guys, and People wonder why they haven't made contact yet, why they haven't said hello. Well, watching monkeys do this sort of game, they go, what? They're like, if we interface with these creatures in any way, we might catch what they have. We might catch it. You know, we've got to be careful. So right now they're staying quarantined. They're observing from afar through their telescopes and just trying to understand the motivations. Hopefully they don't study too many of these games because they may come to realize that people just want to see the world burn. Ooh, fungal clips 2 of those Vikings. They are so weak to spells. Is that a slow zergling drop in the main? Are you doing literally one of everything? Oh no, the Vikings land and they get fungal locust. What are you doing, Malhito? Not like this. Zerglings are now ransacking the main. That's a planetary, by the way. What the fuck? What the fuck was this game? Oh my god. Unit source was very even. But in the end, this most epic of sieges, these burrowed banelings engaging tanks, all sorts of beautiful things. I mean, we saw so much stupid. I remember I thought 12 minutes was going to be the strangest thing we saw. I thought it was going to be this moment here. I thought this was going to be the weirdest thing that we saw. Was banelings unburrowing on top of Vikings and trying to engage lurkers. But that was only the beginning. That was only the bloody beginning. Hot diddly damn, what an absolute shit show. Snowman Go trying to set up layers there and lure into banelings, into lurkers, into swarm hosts, infestors, vipers, almost every single unit used in the game, and who knew it was the 8 slow zergling drop, like 25 minutes into that game, that ended up finishing it off. GG, well played. Thank you for that purely unique display, right? That was a very unique game. Some people are saying, I think he's playing the Noah's Ark challenge where he tries to make one of every unit. If Snowman goes in chat, please shout out and let us know who you are, because I want to know who created that piece of art. For now, guys, if you're enjoying these games, please get your replays in for next week. Remember, it takes 2 to tango. Mono battles, but with 2 unit types instead of 1. So just 2 types of units other than your workers to try to win the game. Get your replays in. I look forward to casting them. Don't forget to support the Patreon. Click below in the description. Click like, ring the bell if you want to get notifications. And we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and good night.